Yo, welcome to the show.
51. Episode 51.
Thought we had beats going. We had dead air there. Please let us down.
Too lo-fi.
Too lo-fi. So lo-fi that it's just nothing at all.
How low can you... No-fi.
Alright, here's our camera. What do you think? What do you think of it?
You got a tint on your...
Got a little spooky ghost
all
here.
the 650 worth out of
I love it.
Animated.
It's so charming. But yeah, so
Kind of looks like you.
It's smooth on top.
So we got we had a little issue with our normal second camera tonight, but we got this sick one from Aldi's just before, and it looks awesome, I think.
Yeah, I'm
This
loving
thing's
it.
busted.
All right. Well, it's actually the cable for the whatever. You guys don't need to know all that. Keep some of the mystery to show business, you know.
Trump.
It adds something.
Everyone will just have their own radio show.
Anybody ever go to Movie World?
When I was a kid.
Yeah, I went when I was a kid too.
I was like,
good.
what shop is that?
Yeah.
Movie World.
They used to have an analog blue screen set up as an attraction, and you could just go and stand on it. They'd had it on an angle, like a little ramp angle thing that you stand on, put your arms up, and then you could see yourself on the screen flying through the clouds like Superman.
Yeah.
And it was all done on like UHF analog or whatever. Is your mic on?
Yeah.
Yep. Good. You were looking at. I was not sure there.
I'm just fiddling.
Just fiddling. All right. Well, I think we'll crack into some tunes. I know you want to talk about your new EP that's just out, and you got some tracks for us.
Yeah, man.
Bit of a playlist, bit of a takeover.
Yeah.
We got a bit of a sandwich here, so I got a couple tracks on the top. You've got the meat in the middle, and then Lochy's got a bit of a tail on the end as well. We got a big set of songs to get through.
Lots of we'll start with the entree, I guess.
We will start. This really is, but this is such a. If this is the this is not the right one. Where'd it go?
This looks fucking cool though. Is this?
That one, yeah, that's one of my ones. That's really cool. Not my songs, but yeah.
I'll claim it.
I haven't quite got that budget yet.
Yeah, nice. Well, it looks like we actually. I was just talking. Imagine if my playlist got deleted, and it's like my tracks did somehow.
No.
I don't even know how that happened. It must have gotten close. Either way, I remember them. I only had 2 picks tonight, so I'll fucking. What we're gonna do right now is we're gonna listen.
Where's this person from?
Jaguar Jones. I'm pretty sure she's from Brisbane, or at least was originally, and put out a whole EP last Friday, I think it was.
Yeah,
I just
right.
love it. It's been had it on repeat since then.
All right.
Yeah, really cool.
Tight as. Well, all right. I guess this is as good a start as any.
You can pronounce it.
Start with the meat. So Jaguar Jones.
Yeah, we'll start with the
I
meat
believe,
entree.
Right into the steak.
Hold on, I'm just getting your mic up. Your mic, talking to your mic.
Are we doing all right?
Good.
That is.
All right.
That is there.
Let's check it out. All right. Is music playing? Yeah.
Coat me up with words inside your mind. Coat me up like there's no paradise. Coat me up with teeth as sharp as knives. Coat me up to go on and hide. Thinking like you never ever felt the back of your
Whoa.
Jaguar.
That was fucking great.
Woo. Yeah, it's
That
cool.
was excellent. That's going on my regular playlist. I'm subscribing to that right
Simple
Nice.
and effective.
Catchy,
Yeah.
dark, well put together, well produced.
Just those 3 chords that
Mm.
run through your brain.
Yeah.
That's good shit.
Mm.
What are we looking at next?
now. I've got a song to play, y'all.
You got a mate.
I've got a song. No, I've got a song. This was what I was gonna open the show with. Actually, I thought it was gonna be a good little bit of, because the pun I was gonna make is to start with the meat. This is dessert because it's so damn sugary. It's so damn sugary. Look at the picture's not very big, but the photo, they're all in pink. They're all wearing pink. They've got a pink background. It's all
Someone's got pink hair.
someone's got pink hair. You know who's got pink hair right now is Ruthie.
Pink.
Ruthie
Really?
just dyed her hair pink today.
Bright pink.
Yeah,
the-
and she's coming home in a minute.
oh,
Fuck
nice.
We'll see
Let's
it.
do a reveal.
Oh.
She comes
it,
in,
get
I'm
it.
like, show us your hair!
I don't think it's quite done yet. I think she's got to put a few more runs of it through,
Yeah.
sort of thing. But it's pretty fucking cool. Anyway, let's check this out. I think the song I had was "Burning Down." I do not even know how this happened, but I had a little playlist that got deleted. But look, this is Memory Castles coming out of Adelaide with their Manic Energy, catchy melodies, and penchant. What?
Penchant, yeah.
Penchant for dramatics. That's why I can't never be a radio host
taste.
for real. Adelaide pop rockers Memory Castle want to put the fun in dysfunctional. I like
Fuck,
that
that's
pun.
great.
Not bad.
Fuck yeah. You're watching Shitcast FM.
I got the gun in my hand. I don't know where to begin. Betting that you would've called me crazy. You're wearing your favorite costume. I called it a just your formal lovers here to call me lazy. I don't know what I can say, but you're always so pretty. Anytime you can't say that right. Have you ever to twice and lower out of lies? I can think of all the booze you're drinking. Burn it down, burn it down, burn it down, burn it. What are you now? What are you now? What are you now? Falling so fast in love from above, so fast in love.
the other day, that was Nerve with improvise these sheets to burn the page.
Yeah, boy.
That's a mouthful.
It's got that Mars Volta-y vibe to the name.
It's actually
To the name,
yeah.
and more of a Sparta vibe to the actual music.
Yeah, that's a good point.
There you
It's
go.
actually an acronym for it's
It's Tibet.
and that's it's actually Latin for nerve.
It's for Nerve. Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, just things I know.
I'm
Full
impressed.
So yeah, we're here with Cheap Coffins, our mate Troy.
Woo.
It's got an EP out. Ta-da! Amazon.
We've been talking about the ancient internet.
Mm.
About the Wayback Machine and how you can find pretty much anything. Honestly, a daily ritual for me is Facebook memories.
Oh, yeah.
Because I've been on Facebook since high school.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like we've got the worst fucking... Because it's like these
The
little...
most embarrassing look back.
Yeah, I think. Because you start using it, it's not just... Because kids these days, at least they know how to use social media better.
Yeah, back then it was new.
It was brand new.
Do you remember when it was just to update where you were?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm at this park.
Oh, really?
Come see me. Like, that's what we used to use it for. I'm at this park. Anyone who wants to meet up, this is where you'll find me. Like,
I must have joined it after that, because by the time I joined, because I was like deliberately late in getting involved with it. But yeah, by that point, it was a bit more like it was now.
Yeah.
Just less
Like
flashy
around.
icon. Yeah, it's just like sharing your posts or whatever.
Yeah, I look back at like some memories from like 10 or 11 years ago of me just being like, I'm at home, guys.
Yeah.
Cool, bro. No one fucking cares.
I'm at that awkward phase now where about 10 years ago was my like tinfoil hat conspiracy
Nice.
days. So
Oh,
all
that's
the
nice.
memories I'm getting is like, oh, fucking hell. Holy shit.
And then you'll get one that's like,
public.
oh, it's still going.
Yeah. That's right.
I'm not looking at that again.
Yeah. So like in 5 years' time, I sort of settled a little bit. So by then, the memories will be a bit more enjoyable and a bit less cringy. But yeah, it's
Fuck, there's some crazy shit out there, man.
Mm.
I'm only kind of just starting to look into like purely for entertainment as well as like just to fucking hear them out. May as well hear them out.
Mm.
But fuck, man, there's some hectic shit going on.
Oh yeah, like just because no matter like whether it's right or it's wrong, and in most cases it's just flat out bullshit. But like, it's so interesting. Like if you took away,
It's well argued.
yeah, like it's so. Like there is some internal consistency and logic to it all that you can see how people like like me will get swept into it.
Yeah.
And like if you took away this is actually real and then just made it like this story or this epic book or something,
Yeah.
it'd be incredible. It'd be the most detailed, intricate, crazy world.
So Naji's like full into ones that are like celebrities actually died. and
Oh, the
they've been replaced.
doubles
or-
and
or
stuff?
something. Like it's just the whole Illuminati kind of
Yeah.
aspect to it. Like that brings me joy.
Yeah, well, actually, when I
The
first
Paul
met,
McCartney one is like the most.
Or the Paul McCartney.
Oh, yeah.
Conspiracy theory.
And it's all about the earlobes because you can be born with like a round earlobe or the earlobe that goes like into
the
your
attached or the
So there's
dangly.
photos of one ear back in the day, and then photos of like a different ear most recent.
And
Yeah.
it's like...
And people, that's where it ends.
And it's not because
that's-
it
that's
was
all you need.
young
That's
and
the
hadn't
argument.
changed or anything or
Yeah.
whatever. It's such an intricate story, and there would be so many. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's great.
Mm.
I'm just gonna say, to anyone watching, if there's any, I think I've got the audio level set. It's always hard with multiple microphones, but if there's any issues with the sound, tell us in the chat. Someone too quiet, I can bring them up. Someone too loud, I can bring them down. Just let us know.
Yeah.
Just putting that out there
Yes,
as an
yeah.
announcement. But
I want to know what Maniac 1300 said. All we see is message retracted.
Yeah, this is-
Before the show even started.
I noticed last week's episode, it was kind of low key, didn't really have as many views as we normally get. But the one comment I got, not on the chat, but on the video afterwards, was some random bot leaving some like,
Buy these
sketchy
tickets.
link to some adult content or
Ooh.
whatever, like just that pure internet spam bullshit.
Yeah.
And I was
Hi,
like,
I'm waiting for
fuck
you to
yeah.
call me.
Yeah.
We're like a real struggling YouTube channel now.
That's how you know you've made it to that next level. The bots are worth. They feel you're worth targeting.
Yeah, we're in the algorithm for the for the bots.
Yeah.
That's nice. That's a good.
That's a nice milestone.
Yeah.
YouTube should send out that award instead of just those golden, 50 million subs or
Yeah,
whatever.
million subscribers. Get
attractive
fucked.
to bots.
Yeah, you got targeted
Sounds
by some
good.
porn bots.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris,
Cheers,
for letting
Kitch.
us know that it sounds good. I will keep the levels set as they are for the rest. Let's listen to another track. You know, I've had this. It's been crazy with this playlist. I figured out what I did. I didn't
you'll hear
copy
more
and paste my
conspiracy.
songs at the top. I pasted them 2 songs down. I lost them, and I found them. I found
there
my
you go.
songs.
Oh,
We're gonna play a song. This is some indie rock from Melbourne. Sort of gives me some Curie vibes. Let's check it out.
Oh, that's what you meant by Curie.
Like the Cure, like
yeah, I thought
the
you meant
band?
like Madame Curie.
Curie. Oh, Madame Curie.
Marie Curie, yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's radioactive.
Curie.
Yeah, yeah.
What is she?
Mercury.
She was she was one of the first people to work with radioactivity
Yeah.
that discovered sort of like
She got all
elements
fucked
that
up.
would release radioactivity.
Yeah.
Yeah, that fucking
I
They
killed her.
didn't believe her, so she's like, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I just
Watch
saw
this.
it's Curie, Sherry Curie, from the Runaways.
Oh, that old
Joan Jett's
punky bit.
first
Yeah.
band. Yeah. I just watched the movie of that the other day.
Oh yeah, any good?
No.
Nah.
Let's check this out. This is Jaw Ache from Clues In.
Sometimes the way we shift and collide. Sometimes the way we take up
Heavy.
Woo!
Yeah.
Was mad.
All right. So tell us again what the concept of the video there with it all split up.
Yeah, so I saw an interview with the videographer or the director or something, and he was saying that I think the song was.
By the way, is the band. Sorry.
Oh no, you're right. Yep.
Ataris with their track Under the Influence. Go on.
And the director was saying that the song was sort of about like the disconnection that we get through social media and, you know, viewing life through the multitude of different size screens and everything. And so it was sort of that representation captured visually by having, you know, essentially the same sort of location and the same image, but just that slightly offset and different angles and all. Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking.
Yeah, no, it worked out really well. It definitely creates that there's something to be that disconcerting vibe, that disconnect or whatever. It's a very powerful, I don't know, feeling.
Fucking looks cool, that's for sure.
It does look cool. Looks very cool. Alrighty. I mean, I know we're gonna play at least a song off your EP at some point tonight. When were we looking at doing that? We are halfway now. What do you want to do? Do you want to?
I mean, I'm easy. You've already got one queued up.
I've got one queued up.
So we can go with the queue.
Tell you what, I can put this on. I'll probably just grab a CD. And pop it
That's right. Well, that's
old school.
That is one thing I wanted to mention, that
I was
we
gonna
now
say-
have physical copies of the CDs.
Ooh la la.
Yeah, boy.
We got a bunch of them.
Butter
we
us
do.
up
We
for
got
a
lot
bit
of
more
them.
and we'll play it at the 40 mark.
Yeah, well, yeah. Just keep you just waiting that little
All
bit
right,
more.
let's have a quick check at what's going on. If
This is in the
anything,
chat. Test the mic.
talk more conspiracy.
Oh,
Were we talking
That's what I was
conspiracy?
we have some
on
conspiracy
the mic?
fans.
Yeah.
Were the mics on when we were doing that?
Oh, yeah, I
Yeah.
wonder.
Okay.
Old mate, fucking.
No, if
reload.
they were on, someone would have turned them off because they don't want you knowing this shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's why you're saying test the mic.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean-
being silent.
Hold on, yeah.
That's
Do
the thing.
we know this person? Are they a plant?
Is
It's
my
Kurtzy.
problem with the conspiracy
He's a plant.
theories,
He's it.
the government's listening, etc., etc.
Yeah.
I struggle to get people to listen to this show, let alone.
That could be the secret. We just start saying some like national secrets.
Yeah.
So we
Bomb
have
Parliament.
80
The next song coming up.
We have 80 viewers
And,
plus the 30,000
Seize
national
the
guard.
capital. And
I wonder if if the federal police, if their views actually count on the YouTube counts.
Surely.
Because if they
I'm
do,
going to.
then here is a list of politicians we're going to assassinate.
Yeah.
And,
And then now we can finally get the gold fucking YouTube.
That'll get us,
Yeah.
50,000 views from
Just feds
assassinate.
alone.
old mate
Oh,
Ted.
it's all
at
in
the-
Canberra for some reason.
Yeah,
That's weird.
It's one office.
Maybe we should play some more Canberra music.
Yeah, there's a good scene in
That's a business.
Canberra's a pretty hip place,
If you're a
right?
bureaucrat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you like
If
briefcases,
you like beige.
beige, and
Well, they were the first cop cars to get the highlight orangeness. on it.
Really?
Yeah, they were like,
Highlight
ACT.
orange.
we're fucking feds. We're going to be very visible.
Oh.
And then
Federal
all the other
coppers.
police were like, fuck, that's a great idea.
Can we have
Bart.
some
We
high
should've-
vis too? Yeah.
We should have done that.
Chief, I got an idea.
Wait, mate. Look at these guys.
Can a federal police officer would they give you a ticket just for speeding or whatever?
Yeah, so technically the cops in the capital territory are just
The
federal
state.
police.
The standard
Yeah,
cops.
cool.
Okay.
It's great because, obviously in Australia, I read this the other day. Did you know that Washington in America, Washington State, isn't considered people there can't vote because it's not a proper state?
Oh,
It's like
yeah.
a government.
It's the same with
government
Canberra.
Fucking territory. Can they not vote in Canberra?
No, they can vote in
That's
Canberra.
what I was gonna say, 'cause
But
at
that's
least-
what... It's the same, setting, or, they're the same things.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that was fucking crazy as.
Yeah, right.
And being, a complete republic... Or is it a republic? It's an independent country. Yeah.
Republic.
Yeah. So being that, and then having that as well. The only reason we've got Northern Territory and the Capital Territory is because...
Do you actually know why Northern Territory is a territory and not a state?
I think... I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure it's to do with Aboriginal people and the land.
Right.
That they were
okay.
just this is fucking ours.
Yeah.
So it never became part of the Queen's
Oh, okay.
plan.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. And then the only reason the capital is because it was made after, and the Queen was like, well, I already fucking... well, not the Queen, but whatever the fuck happened.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, it's new, so it's not part of the Commonwealth. So,
Ah.
yeah. It's fucking weird, man.
Yeah, it's The sordid history.
That queen, she must be.
She loves her fucking land.
She's like, yeah.
How long?
How long till she
Yeah.
dies?
How long?
How old is she now? I'm looking
I mean,
soon.
like, yeah,
I don't
it
know
was.
if credit. Oh, yeah, on the chat, hit us up. How old's the queen?
Let's,
Was,
We should do some bets on
we should
Shitcast.
we should
Oh,
start
yeah.
a pool for sure.
What episode is the queen gonna die on?
Yeah.
Episode. What are we at? 51 now.
We're at 51.
Episode 93.
Okay, I'm gonna fucking
Not long,
so
I reckon.
Nah,
It takes
I don't know.
50 episodes, so once a week. So it takes a year to do 50 episodes.
Yeah.
Imagine if we did like
Do you
know.
give her more than 1 year, or do you reckon she'll hang on?
Oh, she'll hang on.
She'll
More
hang
than
on.
a year.
She's a clinger.
Yeah.
She
Stage
has
5.
not let anything go
I thought.
except for Philip, and even then
I
she
thought
fucking
Philip
held
was
on.
Yeah.
clinger too.
I mean,
he did pretty well.
that man was clinging for the last 30 years. So
Yeah.
You know, like
Imagine being that old
Oh.
and then living for another 30 years.
Fuck.
Like I say almost 30. I just turned 27. And I think the oldest person
What's that,
was
another-
127. That's the longest
Wow.
he's ever lived for is 127. So imagine
It's
being
way too
my
long.
age. You know, I'm starting to get a few greys up here.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not as young as I used to be, put it that way.
You seen that
Another
video?
100 years. That'd be about 50 years as a senior citizen.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
21,
50 years
20.
without the use of your genitals.
21, 20.
Fuck that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if we're talking conspiracy, if he's a reptile, then he'd have hemipenis, not a
Oh,
penis
yeah.
anyway. So he's
You'd have what?
hemipenis.
Hemipenis.
Hemipenis. Lizards have two little ones down here.
Oh, because he's a reptile.
'Cause he's a reptile,
right.
yeah. So he'd alternate. He'd do
He
one,
did look a bit
empty the
reptile.
He's got
banks.
the forked tongue.
And then-
I don't
Yeah,
know, man.
the-
David Icke, like that's a bit.
Oh, he's a
Yeah.
nut job.
That's some shit. Like I got into conspiracy theories for a minute when I was, you know, like late teens sort of thing. And I was definitely like embarrassingly enough to say when I was in high school and I was young, I was like Bush done it. I
Yeah.
was one of those.
Inside
Yeah.
job.
I was one of those guys.
Yeah, I was for a while too.
Which is like I don't think George Bush could do anything.
No.
9/11. Like I don't
You
think.
tie my
Yeah.
shoes.
I don't know. If anybody gets a chance to watch the movie The Vice,
The Vice.
Christian Bale as Dick Cheney.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
a great movie, and I think it's fairly accurate as well, sort of thing. But it's
Yeah, okay.
It's actually very kind to Dick Cheney on a personal level,
Yeah.
but very honest on a political level. And that guy
That
was
seems
a
fair.
fucking monster.
Yeah.
But like, anyway, I'm getting a bit tipsy.
Yeah,
but-
we're
Let's
going,
look at the chat. How
we're going
old's
down
the
this
queen?
rabbit hole, yeah.
How old's
I'm
the
still
queen?
curious.
How long she got?
Have we got any answer?
104. Oh, right. Episode
147.
I reckon that's
So
a
it's
pretty good
about
bet.
2
Hey,
years.
Scotty.
She's already dead. It's a
Hey,
clone.
Scotty.
Fucking hell.
That's actually. I mean, I was thinking that the other day. If I was ever the CEO of a large company, I was watching the recent Apple reveal.
Oh,
And
yeah.
it was like Tim Cook in these fucking, because he's the new head of Apple.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, if I was Steve Jobs, I would have like, you know, just
Hologram.
recorded a bunch of shit. I would have been a hologram
Yeah.
for like
Two-pack.
at least. You could easy do like 10, 20 years worth of shit.
Yeah.
Be like,
At least just the greeting.
you say now, do the start of
Yeah.
it and be
Yeah.
like Steve Jobs, who is a recluse now,
Mm.
he never comes out of his mansion.
Oh, like don't announce that he's dead at all.
Don't announce that he's dead at all. You
Keep
know
him
what I mean?
immortal.
Going, yeah.
Keep him immortal, sort of like the king of Thailand.
Yeah, right.
Oh.
Who I'm pretty sure is dead.
Oh, really?
Like that was a
My
thing.
man, you
Or
mean to tell me my man
haven't-
pees and poos?
I haven't kept up on this. At all. But when I went to
He's a dolphin.
Thailand in like 2011, I remember it being a thing of like the king was getting very old, and his son, for whatever reason, wasn't fit to like inherit the throne or whatever. There'd been some unpleasantness or whatever. And they were like, is the king already dead? And they're just faking it or whatever. And I'm like, I haven't checked in on that again.
Yeah.
I reckon
okay.
it's certainly not the first time it's ever happened.
Oh,
Like,
it would have happened. Well,
For
it used
sure.
to
For
happen
sure, yeah.
back in World
When you
War
can't
II.
have fucking drones and cameras
Roosevelt.
and shit.
Yeah.
Back in the day, the general public didn't actually know that he was in a wheelchair.
Really?
Right.
Like, he used to wear leg braces, and he would fucking stand shoulder to shoulder with his son who would
yeah.
walk him, and they'd swing from the hips sort of thing, and they'd walk him around, and every speech you see of him, he's standing at a podium.
Yeah.
He's not in a wheelchair.
What a mad cunt.
Yeah.
And they're like, are the
And-
cameras off? Are the cameras off?
That's
Oh,
well,
fuck.
and that's
Thank God.
and he had to deal with the press, because this is, you know, pre-social media, pre-internet.
Mm.
Had to have a deal with the press where they wouldn't film him getting in and out of cars. They wouldn't film him walking up steps or anything
Wow.
like that. And there's only a
I don't think it was a
few
deal as much as it was a threat.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
you are dead.
We made a deal, huh? I'll fucking kill
It was
you.
mutual.
It's somewhat unspoken, or you know what
Yeah.
I mean. But it was those days.
Yeah.
But that's, you know, and that's
Yeah.
something that came out after the fact or whatever. Because it was known at the time that he had polio, but the official story is that he made a full recovery.
Yeah,
Or that
okay.
he just used a cane or what. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I am curious though, because Steve Jobs definitely missed out on that hologram opportunity. Like
Yeah.
that could have been.
He should have been a hologram.
Who
That
would?
could have been
If
something.
I was him,
He's
I
in
would've
such a
been on it.
And then he's
perfect
like,
place.
Now to finish the speech, and
Yeah.
then like they
Steve Jobs.
reveal the new.
It's just him saying, "Good night, everybody."
Imagine how many, like,
This is my message.
and it's to
Stay
sell
pure to my thought.
iPhones.
Yeah,
How disgusting is that?
yeah.
But then again, Steve
that's
Jobs,
what he lived for. But that was
he
him.
he was a capitalist, like,
Yeah.
through and through.
Mm.
He just
and-
didn't capitalize on that
That
last
one, because it would
fucking chance.
it would have been, "Hi, I'm Steve Jobs here in the year 2021." That real automated voice, yeah. Every year just gets updated.
Jesus. Well, he was he was into the pardon me. He was on a natural cure
Yeah.
for his cancer.
Yeah.
I heard Bill Gates in an interview about it. Bill was like, yeah, I remember the last time I saw Steve Jobs, and he said he was feeling good, and he was, you know, drinking his juices and stuff, and I was like, oh, Steve.
I think I'm going to beat this thing.
You know, fucking hell.
Oh, man.
Anyway, we should play some music, I guess.
Yeah.
We're going to listen to a tune.
We'll talk more conspiracy while
Yeah,
the
We'll
music's
get more
playing.
into it.
If you want to hear what goes on behind the scenes, come on and join us.
Yeah. We'll start a Patreon for behind the scenes content.
So
Oh,
we're
this
gonna
guy's.
this how okay.
what's
I'm
going on.
moving. The Shitcast FM studio is moving.
Oh, that's right,
Whole thing
yeah.
is moving. Is going to have a bigger house, much bigger room for the actual Shitcast studio.
Nice.
And I'm going to have a little.
We'll have a couch that we can all sit on.
Ooh.
We're gonna have
yeah.
a couch. We're gonna have a fucking little tiny desk set up in the corner so people can come in and play live on the show.
Sick.
Great. It's
Maybe-
gonna be
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And we'll get the camera fixed.
Yeah, well,
But
Oh,
for
I think
now,
we are.
we're going to listen to a tune. We're going to watch the video, which looks pretty cool just from the first frame, from the M1.
Bioshock.
The M1
Mm.
megawatty? Is that how you say it?
I'm not sure, I guess.
Megawatty.
Yeah.
Megawatty.
They're playing this Saturday.
Megawatty.
Playing this Saturday up at, I think, Wombara RSL.
Oh,
I
the Bolo
think.
there.
Yeah, the Bolo, I think.
Oh.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, Saturday Arvo, I think.
Saturday Arvo.
Mm.
This Saturday.
This Saturday.
Ooh.
All right.
You heard it here.
All right, well, let's check
Shitcast
it out.
FM.
Yo!
Woo.
I want to bank
Mega
him up.
Buddy.
That was awesome.
By
That was a
the
really
M1.
vibey
Very cool.
instrumental. We're going to get straight into the next track. Honestly, the reason I don't bank them up when they're videos is because it's really hard to do that with the mixing. When it's all audio and all the screen shit is hidden, it's easy to do that stuff. But we're going to listen to The Carpenter live at Jamboree Folk Fest. Oh, this is the track, not the artist. Who's the artist?
Blowy, Nick Blow.
Nick Blow.
Nick Blow, formerly of the Black Moon Band from a while ago. Did a few shows about there, so he's sort of gone solo now.
Cool.
This is from, as it says, Jamboree Music Festival, I think last year, maybe? Oh, no, I guess
Yes.
year before. They wouldn't have had one last year, would they?
Yeah, that whole shit.
Yeah, actually, there was nothing last year.
Released 2020.
I always fucking do that,
It came
eh?
out in October 2020.
Oh, maybe you did.
Like, oh, it's last year.
So I
Maybe
don't
they
know.
don't.
Doesn't look. I don't know. It was uploaded in 2020.
Yeah,
anyway,
cool.
But I had a quick listen to this before. I actually liked it.
He's really cool. Like
Vibey.
it's very vibey. He's just got he's got that nice storytelling
Yeah.
sort of voice and flow with his songs.
Yeah,
He's a mate
yeah.
too. He's a really cool dude, which
I'm
is nice as
excited
well.
to hear the full song here. So let's get straight into it.
Let's do it.
The Carpenter.
Woo!
I can still see you walking across the back lawn. Stacks of wood upon your shoulder. You burned the pine, but the cedar was a sin. Still you might have thrown it in if it got much colder. And a smile could turn to a frown. I can hear you now, telling us about Australian life in that blue mountains town. There's a picture of you on your longboard in the summer, 1960 surfer with your young Irish lover. And I know I'm your boy, but I never learned to swim. I'm black-haired and thin, and I look more like my mother. And a smile could turn it all around. I can hear you now, telling us about Australian boy from that blue mountains town.
Give it up for Danita on the violin.
Was the twilight years that got you? Started up your drinking. Black cloud came drifting like a soldier out of war. And I wish I could see you, and your granddaughter could meet you, and a smile would greet you as she runs to your front door. And a smile could turn it all around. I can hear you now, telling us about Australian boy from that blue mountains town. Cole's hitting up.
Oh yeah.
That was very cool.
That was great. Fucking production value on that music video was
Having to pay the church alone.
it's probably
Yeah,
the
oh, yeah,
most
church.
expensive music video we've ever shown on the show. I have a feeling.
Top shelf.
Yeah, it was. It was great. You guys chat for a second. I'm gonna go grab one of the cheap coffin CDs.
Ooh, yeah.
So, do you know what track we're going to play? Do you have a suggestion?
I don't
Maybe
know.
we can get a little backstory on one of them.
Yeah, sure. Well, I mean, we've got, because you already played.
What's your least favorite?
My least favorite.
Yeah.
The one that it's my most favorite, but it's the one that it's like at the end of the album, and just like it's interesting seeing the number of streams that each one gets to see its like relative popularity.
Yeah.
And it's the one that has gotten the least plays, probably because it's like a longer one. It's a bit of a slow burner, and it's right at the end.
Right.
But yeah, Face Full of Stars is probably my favorite, and it's definitely the most fun to play live. Like that's the one that I'll finish the set with. And it's just that.
Just he's pumped about
it's
it.
just so cathartic, especially the very end of it. Like you remember from
Do you just,
when we recorded the show.
Just get fucking
Just getting
energetic.
Yeah, just getting so lost in it.
And you're already sweaty if it's at the end of the set. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's this point
Primed
where
and butted up.
there's this point at the end of the set where I don't actually have to, like, because I'm like looping everything.
Yeah.
There's a point where I finish having to play everything and looping everything and just now get to sing for like the last minute or whatever.
Yeah, so you can step away
At
from the board.
that part, it's like I can't fuck anything up except for my voice now. That's fine, like, you know.
Yeah.
So like that's the relief part, like where you get to pull the parachute and just enjoy that last little float.
Yeah.
Whereas everything before that's very fucking
Lots of
fucking
people.
yeah, it's so much that can fuck up before that.
Yeah, because you run such an odd live setup. So you'll have your drum pads,
Yep.
and then you've got the keys. But do they have different programs for like different load-ins for different songs and
Yeah.
stuff? Yeah,
It's
right.
very.
Do you have to change that during a song? Like
Thankfully,
one would have 3 or something.
Thankfully, I've automated all that now.
Yeah,
My-
is it Ableton?
It's all through Ableton because for anyone that doesn't know, it's a one-man band, so everything's like played live. But the changing in the tracks and when the looper will start recording and stop recording, that's all automated now.
Right. So would a song kick off without you?
Parts of it would.
Like you can just pause the program.
Like, I can pause the whole
yeah.
thing, and I've sort of got it set up so I'll have like silence between each song, so I can just launch to the start of the next tracks. And it sort of depends on the song. Like there might be some parts where like I literally can't play anything more, so there might be some hi-hats in the background or a little synthy effect or something that I can't trigger live.
Yeah.
So those parts would play, but you'd
And
hear...
they just kind of tether the tracks anyway.
It's that, that sort of extra little atmospheric stuff.
Yeah.
But like all the guitars, all the vocals are 100% live.
Yeah, that's right. Because you got a
Most of the
guitar
drums.
around your waist while you're fucking doing all this shit as well. Yeah.
So so thankfully the computer does a lot of the analytical, like turn this on here, turn this off here, turn this up at this
I
point.
mean, you
turn
still
this
had to
down.
program that automation. So
Yeah,
that's-
like it's all been done beforehand.
Yeah,
like
that's
obviously,
definitely
it's-
it's just different.
Yeah.
yeah, it's fucking
So-
cool watching you play. Like,
thanks, man.
It's
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I think you've struck a really good balance. There's one thing that always not annoys so much because it's a different genre and all of that stuff. But when I used to do hip hop gigs, so many rappers just show up, thumb drive, backing beat, rap over the top of it, sort of thing.
Yeah,
And then you see that versus somebody who actually brings like a DJ.
yeah,
It's there's a difference.
way
there's-
better.
Yeah,
Just that energy where it's like, even if it's like, okay, this is a pre-recorded track that's going whatever, it's like if you've got the ability to manipulate it live, to do shit on the fly, to actually play off the energy of the room and all of
Yeah.
that stuff, that's way more important than like the reality is there's so many, even rock bands that play to fucking click tracks and backing tracks now.
Yeah. Well, if you're going to play in any fucking huge place, you're probably better off playing to clicks and stuff like that anyway, just so everyone can hear everything.
Yeah. It certainly makes it all a lot more consistent.
Like opera
Yeah.
house kind of fucking shit.
Totally.
How good is it that like all the I don't know what the fuck to call them anymore, but all the heavy bands now are incorporating, they'll have like synth pads.
yeah.
There's just like a person, instead of like the whole noise genre is kind of crossing over with the whole like theater performance
I
backing
did
tracks. They're like
Yeah.
shit. Like,
Let's
Yeah.
use the term
Hectic.
did sound very loosely because all I did was it was a Paddock gig, Brendan Clark's
Yeah.
party.
who is BMT?
Oh,
fucking-
Brendo. Yeah.
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 BMT borderline.
Borderline BMT.
production, yeah.
Yeah.
And I rocked up with my, whatever, rickety little PA, just expecting to chuck a few mics up and set the band up or whatever. And every single band, I'm glad the PA could handle it really, but every single band rocked up and was like, here's our DI. And they had a laptop and tracks, and all of them had their own like in-ear monitor set up and all of this hectic shit.
Man, yeah.
Yeah. And just for like a,
Yeah, for like an operator, some strings. In
Yeah,
the background
totally,
and
yeah.
stuff.
totally.
But it makes a difference.
yeah,
man.
it does.
Like, yeah.
No, it amps it up
It
quite
really
a
gives
bit.
it like that atmosphere. Like I was watching Photounist is like a guy who films gigs down in Melbourne, and he ends up like leaning towards kind of places that didn't even exist, like like noise art shows and stuff like
sick.
that. And so this guy, I've put a suggestion in one of them. A guy just plays reverb.
Dude, I watched that and I was like, what the fuck are
So
you
it's in
doing
an art
to me?
gallery.
I was like, Lochy, you didn't even come in last week and then this is what
I had
you
a
fucking
good
give
reason,
me
but,
this. I know, I'm not giving you shit. I'm just like, are you taking the piss here?
It's a
dude?
bit of a take. You
This
don't have
dude
to play
is
all
just
this. 50
bashing the
seconds.
fuck out of his
He's just got a
amp.
Fender that's got analog reverb. So
It's
you
got a
get it-
it's got a spring
yeah.
reverb
And it's
tank
like,
in the
boom.
bottom.
Yeah.
It's just
He's just got this little
That's his
Fender combo
instrument,
amp, and he's
just
just
reverb.
picking it up and whacking it against the stool. And it's like, and it's a 1 minute clip, which is like the longest minute. I sat
a
through.
long
I watched
minute.
the whole thing. It was a long minute, and then it's like, this is just an excerpt from a full set that you can. I'm like,
And so everyone else on that bill, they had like there was a drummer, noise guy, so he'd like scratch a bass and then manipulate that with like 12 different pedals,
Oh,
and then he would
yeah.
play that with the drummer, and they just feed off each other, and they just like maintain eye contact for like 12 minutes straight, just like
Wow.
in this zone. It was pretty interesting.
That is sick.
and that's
But,
and that's when Dicey's decided to shut the
Yeah.
power off.
Remember when there was that power violence band? There's only been one band
Yes,
that's ever been chucked off from Dicey.
it got brought up
Who was
the other
that?
day in the.
It was a
in the
power
chat.
violence band from Sydney, and they came down, and like all he had was a mic inside a floor tom that he would carry around, and then another dude was just like had a mic. He was just like yelling his fucking face off
Oh, wow.
into a mic through a distortion pedal, and then like
And they turned it
I
off.
think there was a guitar maybe.
Oh, wow.
And
It's not,
like, the bar staff were like, "This is so offensive."
They're like, this isn't music.
Yeah.
There was a band I saw up in Sydney that had elements. It was a while ago, so I can't remember. I think they were called Terrificus or something.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
totally,
yeah.
yeah.
They're playing at the Shoe
Yeah,
Club.
we've
Yeah.
played them on the show.
Yeah, that's right. They
So that's the guy.
Did they do
two
that sort
guys
of thing
from
too? Were they?
Face Command?
Yeah, that's right.
No, they've like it's like a melodic noise.
Yeah, I can't remember
It's
it much.
real just tripped out stuff, but they're still songs. They're
Yeah.
not like everything's improvised.
yeah, it
Whereas,
didn't
like,
sound
these-
as hectic as that.
Yeah, these noise bands and stuff like that. Everything's kind of just on the spot.
Yeah,
improvised,
okay.
and It's just all about soundscaping and
Yeah,
stuff.
I get you.
But yeah, Terrificus are coming 22nd of May. They're playing with Dweeb City.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Oh, mad, yeah.
That's going to be a fucking
Oh,
night.
man. I think I saw him support Duck Eye
Ooh.
up in Mosh Pit a couple of years
Fuck,
ago.
I haven't seen Duck Eye in years, man.
man.
Fuck, I love that band.
Oh, they're crowdfunding their fifth album
fifth
right now.
album, man.
Yeah.
Every single album by these guys has been crowdfunded.
I think they're about halfway to their budget, so get on that if you haven't already.
Yeah,
How
look it
mu-
up. I am Duck Eye.
Mhm.
Like-
Fucking sick.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome, man.
Crowdfund, buy some recording gear.
No,
know what I
it's
mean?
the vinyl and shit.
Oh,
Because it's
okay.
expensive.
Well, if it's just if they're paying for pressing, then fair.
They've
And-
got- he's-
and recording,
He's got a
yeah.
good breakdown actually of like all the stuff that goes
like-
into it, and it's like an itemized sort of thing. Like there's this and there's this. and
I'm
there's
fine.
Yeah.
I home record everything. I'm in a band at the moment. Like I just joined a new band,
Mm.
and obviously you got that new band vibe where you're just like, oh,
Mm.
you know, everyone's polite, everyone's no. I think we're getting more cozy
Yeah.
now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like we went and paid for recording with our mate Dan.
Yeah.
And that was like, we want that slick sound. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Mhm.
And I'm like, which is great. Don't get me wrong, because it sounds really slick.
Mm.
But on the flip side of that, there's something to be said about having a home project studio where it's all a little bit lo-fi, it's all a bit whatever, but you can just out like just as much as you want, sort of thing.
Yeah.
And that's what this whole King Gizzard Lizard Wizard fucking thing coming around. You know, the big tours
Yeah.
coming around at the moment. So I was on their Bandcamp today,
Yeah.
just looking through. You know, just having a and obviously they're very prolific.
700 fucking albums.
Yeah,
or
that's
whatever.
right. It's like they're obviously not spending $10,000 to record every one of those albums.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know what
But that's
I mean?
also their whole.
That's
thing.
their shtick.
That's their thing.
Like I know that's
Like, we
their
could produce 3 albums a
thing.
month.
Yeah.
Imagine going to King Giz and being like, play your early stuff.
Yeah, not a
Right.
chance.
From where, bro?
Yeah, like Mars Volta were bad
That's-
enough like that. They would never play, well, they'd rarely play old stuff. They'd always just play the new album.
Yeah.
But at least you sort of like it was. You had enough time to at least get to know that album, so you sort of knew what you're in for.
That's it. At least
Get
it's not
comfy.
like
Yeah.
you got because I was not a big Mars Volta fan. I'm a huge fan of At the Drive-In,
Mhm.
and I have got to see them live,
Mm.
and I actually got whiplash from fucking Cedric jumping on me.
Oh, wow.
I've got a great story about that.
sick.
I won't tell it right now.
Save that.
But
Save that for when the Queen dies.
Yeah.
that's right. But yeah,
Episode 147, Scotty.
But yeah, Jesse got to see them when they were touring that Goliath album.
Bedlam and Goliath.
Bedlam and Goliath, yeah,
that's a good
which
album.
that would have been a great show.
Oh, man.
And then the one that Jesse went to later, which was a later Mars Volta show, it's like That drummer's name Thomas something.
Pridgeon.
Yeah, he was not there for the later show.
Yeah.
Apparently he was like a very big part of their live sound.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, they sort of had like a different drummer for like each album or like for a few different albums.
Yeah.
And he was there for, I think, for the Bedlam and Goliath. And then, was it John Theodore? They ended up
That
getting
sounds, yes.
for the
that
later
sounds
ones, I think.
very, very familiar.
Yeah,
as
but
a
I think
name.
at that point, like as a band, they had maybe a little bit less mojo.
I feel like that
Then-
Bedlam and Goliath,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
when they
Big
sort
band.
of peaked.
That was like, that
you
was
know
just,
what I mean? That's when they were at their pinnacle,
man.
tippy top
yeah.
sort of thing. I really
Speaking
liked
of-
the Anti-Mask album as well.
I
Did you
didn't.
hear that?
I had a few listens and it was like, oh, this is good, but it obviously didn't capture me enough to like revisit.
I thought it was better than the last At the Drive-In album.
Yeah.
It's just fingering me. I just need something that goes in there real deep, like.
What?
The Workaholics quote.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
It's like, this weed, it's just fingering me, man. Carl stuff gives me the big one.
Carl stuff has like sticks and like stems and
How do we know
seeds
this
in
is
it.
even
How do you know if
weed?
it's even a plant? You know.
Fuck yeah.
All
Speaking of bands with great live sets, this is Cheap Coffins.
Oh, that's a nice segue.
With
Nice segue.
it would have been good if I just cut it in.
Yeah.
Yeah, so which one are we going to play?
So, yeah, would you want to go with Face Full of Stars?
Yeah,
Is
I
that, if that's
reckon-
queued up?
Let's
Yeah.
go for it.
Start.
Everyone's
Face Full
saying
of Stars.
big oof, but what to?
Big off. Ooh.
First time. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Big oof. What did
Oof.
we say that was a big oof?
Remind us.
Did we
Yeah.
did we fuck up?
We talked a lot of shit for her.
And everybody's saying oof, big oof.
That's
Let
all right.
let us know. This is Face Full of Stars from Cheap Coffins. Let's go.
Great.
That's awesome. Yo, are we live? Tell us in the chat if we are live, please. Thank you.
Inside
Okay, I guess we're eating a little bit of humble pie here.
man.
Fuck,
Yeah.
that's fucking funny.
As Scotty Law says, it turns out the government was watching after all.
They do listen.
I don't know
Yeah.
how much of our stream got cut just
It's nice
now.
to have some fans.
Yeah, that's right. We got-
But I think we were down for a few minutes. Thanks for everybody who stuck around. It looks like we're back now.
oh man.
Fuck, that's good shit.
Yeah, be careful what you wish for.
Yeah, I guess so. But yeah, that was a gazillion Angry Mexicans with their track Plume. Do you want to say anything
Plume.
about that?
They're a band out of Melbourne.
Yeah.
My old band played with them years ago at the Servo.
We've got a great relationship with Melbourne,
Yeah.
by the way.
They are.
Melbourne's
That's the place. Melbourne, they know what's up. And yeah, they were just sick dudes, sick band. I'm not sure they got a whole album out or coming out because I know that song only came out a few weeks ago. I think.
Yeah, last month.
Yeah, but they're sick.
Yeah, great.
Came out on Friday 13th.
Ooh, spooky.
Great spec on the video. Video looks great. Production, I always... it's funny because I go back and forth and I say, why doesn't everybody just home record? And fucking then I hear a track with really great production. I go, man, that sounds fucking sick.
Yeah.
It's like, it's always pulling me, push and pull, you
Yeah.
know? Pulling
It's
me
a-
back.
I think
It's a
it's
trade-off.
genre based as well.
It is,
very
there is
genre-based.
that as well.
Yep.
It's like,
Because fuck,
like you wouldn't need that
Slush
sort of
Pit or
production
anything,
for the
or-
chats or something.
Yeah, Satanic
you know?
Tokers who are
Man.
coming
Yeah.
up later. They're like, everything's just fuzzed out and not overproduced, but just like fucking redlining
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Like you take that to like the people who did that, and they'd probably fucking faint or like,
Yeah.
this isn't music.
I actually learned a really good, you're into a little bit of home production and everything. I'm not
Yeah.
sure if you're into this already or I'm just late to the party or whatever, but one thing that I always got told learning record, don't ever let your tracks clip.
Yeah.
Don't ever hit the reds.
Yep.
I've started doing this thing on my master bus where instead of on the master, and this is mainly when I'm sending a mix to clients.
Yep.
So I'm doing the mix, and normally what I do, because you want to get it loud, right? So they're not listening to a really quiet mix and going, oh, this isn't as loud as whatever.
Yeah.
It's like, let's turn it up.
Yeah,
Whatever.
yeah.
So you want to make it loud, right? So normally what I do is chuck like a maximizer or a limiter on
Yep.
it, which just crushes everything, makes it all loud. But that fucking kills the drum transients.
Yeah. It just really clips off that.
So what
Top.
I do, which is
The open
clip.
closeness.
It
of
clips it.
yeah.
So what I've started doing, and I got this tip from a YouTube tutorial, where you actually just put a clipper on the stereo master bus, and you just turn it way up until it's clipping into the reds. And you're going way into the reds and clipping, but as long as you only clip off the drum transients, like
Yeah.
the drum peaks,
Yeah.
and don't let it start fuzzing out the guitars and the vocals and stuff, it doesn't actually sound distorted, and it's way louder, and you're not squashing
The rest.
your drum
It's
transients.
still breathing.
Yeah.
It's just fucking going, it's slamming, but it's not squashing it. It's just turning it off, and it just cuts off
Yeah.
the
Okay.
peaks above that. You know what I mean?
interesting.
No, I hadn't
And it
heard of
actually
that.
works really well.
That's cool.
It's something I've just started doing very recently.
That's good to know. It's good learning all those just little tricks and tips and all
Yeah.
those
Yeah.
little things that you can.
And your viewers at
play
home,
around
you
with.
can take that with you as
Yeah,
well.
right. That could be a new segment, the production corner.
Production
Yeah.
tips. So we're gonna
It's the
listen to
cutting room floor.
some Repo Man right now. New Orange Drapes by Repo Man. You want to say anything about this, Lochy?
Oh, it's new. Finally, I've got a new track
Proper new.
suggested. It's actually proper new.
It's
Came out
actually new.
like 5 days ago.
Let me
so-
say, here's some new music. It's from 2003.
Damn. It's uploaded recently.
God.
So yeah.
I'm tipsy,
This is
man. And
actually
this
new.
is a small room.
Reaper
let's
Man,
go.
They are from Australia.
Ooh.
New Orange Drapes. Let's check it out. Oh, and it goes for 3 minutes as well.
It's the
might-
shortest.
There's potential for being a real song here.
What's in the faking? All covered in wine. The soul's on pause. 'Cause you know that his touch makes you want it more.
And then all of a sudden, Glenn Bartholomew comes back in. And he's like, "Oh, this is ABC Radio. You're listening to ABC. Here's like some stuff."
He's just snuck in from the toilet.
Fucking, oh my god, that dead air. Yeah, so that was not some long-winded shit. That was No Mandate, and we first played Nothing to Declare, and then Keep the Change. 2 great instrumental tracks there.
Very cool.
Yeah, sometimes on Vox, they'll be like, during the day when it's the oldies doing the programming, and they're like, all right, we'll put on this track.
Oh,
And then it's just
Voxes.
silent.
You gotta
Oh,
cut.
sorry, I didn't do that.
You
right.
gotta cut Vox a bit of slack. 'cause
Oh,
they
yeah,
are,
definitely are.
they're the best radio station out there.
The one that's like after the country, no, it goes like country and then it goes jazz for lunch, and then there's like this old timey, like it's half talk and it's half songs, and like, fuck man, there's some raunchy shit that bloke says.
Oh,
Like,
really?
yeah, he just doesn't hold back. He like, it's just like, I don't know.
He's got his platform.
Do you
and-
remember-
Yeah, he's
what
like
was that dude?
stern to women and stuff, like, and he's just like, it's fucking like, that's the best way I can put it. But yeah,
Oh no.
just like doesn't let him talk, and like,
Oh
just,
my
like,
god.
this dude is
A little
fucking-
slice of the 50s in
Yeah,
2020.
this is not grown.
Yeah, man. This is FM radio.
That's right.
We don't play that shit.
Yeah.
FM is short for
That shit
feminist
does
radio.
not-
Yes. This isn't the internet. We don't do that here.
It's not
FM
angry
is
man
fuck
radio.
men. No.
Angry man and fuck.
Come on, we're gonna get kicked off of YouTube again, guys.
Yeah, there's
let's
some.
make it our mission.
You know, we're not.
We've threatened members of
What a
parliament.
weird thing
We've
to bring up.
copyrighted
It's like,
material.
Hey, stern to women.
We're working. Yes.
Come on, dude. It's
the best way I can phrase it.
You're
Dern.
killing me. All right.
Oh fuck.
Oh god. Okay, so now we're gonna go into some abrasive.
Do you want to go, or do you want to do?
Oh, did we just? No, we
Satanic
skipped
first?
Satanic Toga.
That's on there.
Yep. Us here. Sorry, I'm drunk. All right, we're gonna play some Satanic Togas.
Yeah, cool
Oh,
band.
I'm
They
already
were
here.
from
I'm
Sydney, and then
already
now they're in Melbourne. Just like this.
Wait, they moved from Sydney to Melbourne.
Yeah, and I think it's fuck, what's the name of it? It's like a new. Oh,
I
it's
hope
No
they
Wave.
Oh no wave.
No
Yeah.
way.
yeah.
Imagine doing that before coronavirus.
Moving down to
Imagine
Melbourne.
it's like
Oh.
it's like November 2019, and you're like, let's move to Melbourne.
We're gonna do this. This
We
is gonna
got a
be
mad
Yeah,
ours.
this is gonna be
scene.
great. It's
Yeah.
such a big scene. All the shows are happening. Let's go to
Yeah.
Melbourne.
We've only
That
got
would
rent
make-
for a year, so we better make a big run off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Have you
fuck.
seen the
man.
Sorry, guys.
Who are the Soulmates guys who did like the Bondi Hipsters and
Oh, Dom and
yeah. They had a movie.
Yeah, they did
and it was
too.
about like the corona impacting like arts. And
Yeah.
stuff. And it was fucking really good.
I haven't seen it, but I remember seeing like an ad or something for it.
It was.
I hate it
like,
when
it's
things
silly.
impact me
Yeah.
personally. You know, that's
Like
my
trucks
least favorite
when I stand
type.
out
of-
onto the road. Such an impact. But yeah, it's a similar thing. Like they go somewhere and then COVID happens, and,
just-
they're like
Mm.
trying to like. I think they're DJs. Yeah.
Yeah,
But
okay.
it would be cool to do something from like a band perspective.
Mm.
Like, oh, now we have to squat in a taxi or something. Like, this is our only way to pay rent.
This is where we're living now.
Yeah. Did you hear? I was listening to an interview with Eric Andre the other day. I never realized this, but he was voluntarily homeless for an entire summer.
Really?
When he first got into comedy professionally and moved to New York, he decided for the summer when he was first living in New York, he got an apartment and then rented that out for a little bit more than what he was paying it.
Wow.
And that was keeping him.
And then he
fed.
was just homeless. So he had this income coming in sort of thing to buy food and shit.
Yeah.
And he was like, the main reason I did it is so I didn't have to have a job and so I could focus 100% on comedy.
Wow.
But
brilliant.
That
slept
is-
in the
yeah.
park and shit.
And like that those sort of experiences is going to fuel his comedy so perfectly.
He was like, comedy is pain.
Yeah.
I suffer for my art.
Yeah.
I'm well humbled. He is, but it's doing him wonders.
Yeah.
All
Yeah,
right.
it worked.
Good. There was an interview with him and Mike Patton,
Oh.
and it was pretty cool. Like they were both kind of just like swapping stories, but none of them were like chucking their weight around or
Trying to one-up
anything.
each other or
Yeah,
anything.
like they were both. And like, because they're both kind of fans of each other as well. They were actually
That's cool.
genuinely curious.
It's really cool getting to see like someone famous interviewing someone else famous, but they're mutually fans of
Yes,
each other.
yeah.
'cause-
Well, this was actually an interview. It was Seth Green who was interviewing Eric
yeah.
Andre. Who Seth Green was sort of like the original Eric Andre in a way.
back in the 2000s,
Late
How you gonna
90s.
link
late
that?
90s.
What's that?
Seth Green being the original Eric Andre.
I think it's true.
Yeah.
You watch the Seth Green show, it's like the same sort of man on the street, just fucking with people,
Do
totally
you mean Tom
irreverent.
Green?
Tom Green. Who
Yeah,
was I
Seth
thinking of?
Green's
Not Seth Green,
fucking-
Tom Green. It's not Tom Green.
Oh, Seth Green.
Not Seth
Peter
Green,
Griffin.
Tom
Oh,
Green.
mate,
I am
off,
so sorry. I am so sorry. Tom Green,
That makes
not
a lot more
Seth
sense.
Green.
I was thinking,
like,
mate-
how are you going to tether that together?
Thank you for
I
pulling
was
me
thinking
up
he must have
there.
done something before Austin
Don't just
Powers.
let
I
that,
was gonna-
don't let that
Yeah.
shit fly.
I'm going to look at
Oh no, I'm like,
Robot Chicken. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, Tom Green. Yeah, he
no,
was.
Tom
Green's
Green,
a loose
not Seth
fucking
Green.
He is,
Tom
yeah,
Green.
yeah.
You know, I just watched Freddie Got Fingered the other night, like the
Oh,
whole
man.
Holds
movie.
up.
Oh god, it's so good.
I haven't seen
It's
it. For
excellent.
ages.
It's like a lampoon of, because the whole point is like it's just taking the piss out of that genre of movie.
Yeah.
And it's it's
It's fucking
ridiculous.
great.
Yeah.
It's just the kid who keeps hurting himself.
Yes, and at the end, it's like they have to add in the dialogue of like, "I'm okay, Dad." He gets like splattered. At the end, I'm okay, and it's like that would have been the studio
Yeah.
Yeah.
telling them to add that. You know
We
what I
have some
mean?
notes on that last sketch.
Yeah, fucking
sorry,
hell.
Mr. Green.
We need a clean resolution.
The
please.
Child manslaughter is not one of our...
just the dialogue at the end, the chick in the wheelchair, and she's so like hesitant on saying,
yeah,
she's like, I just want to suck your dick.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, it's so much.
Forgot about her.
So much.
Yeah.
Yeah, just smacking her in
Yeah,
the fucking
bit with the
legs. So,
All right.
Let's listen to some music.
All right, so we're going to be listening to what are we listening to, Lochy? after
Satanic
this?
Togas with their
Useless.
track Useless. It's got a cool little keyboard hook that got me. I could that's the next one up. Yeah, I
All
could
right.
I don't know, it kind of reminds me of like an 8-bit cops and robbers kind of game. I don't know
yeah.
why, but
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
Every
Lochy, not to quote Pauline Hanson here, but please explain.
Please explain.
Please explain.
Yeah, well,
I don't want to be that guy who's like, that's not music. But like, that's not music.
I don't think anyone ever said it was.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay.
But,
No, this is the sound show.
it's just funny that you don't even have to have an instrument anymore. It's like, I just play reverb.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but what do you put through reverb? Itself.
More reverb.
You say any more as if it's like, yeah, spring reverb. It's like the most rudimentary fucking effect. It's like literally plugging a fucking
but you
spring
plug shit
into
through it. Like,
yeah, no, I know. It's like,
I still remember the first time I discovered that, like, because I'm a fucking...
you know how you
kid
hear,
or
you know
whatever.
how you hear like a really simple new pop song and you say, man, that's such a... seems like such an obvious hook. I can't believe no one's written that already.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably has.
Yeah, I recognise that tune.
Yeah.
But yeah,
it's
like I still remember I bumped the amp and it went...
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck was that? And he's like, it's
Yeah.
a spring. That's what reverb is.
That's what it sounds
Fucking
like, yeah.
extends the sound. And then that's what made me kind of get into it.
Yeah.
It's
Like-
this shit's hectic.
Yeah.
You know, sort of like when...
Like back in the day when they would have their clean amps and they would just fucking crank them
Yeah.
until they realized they could get it crunchy. And then that's what started
And
the
it's
whole
like,
like
ooh,
crunchy blues. And
this
it's like-
works, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, totally.
Just overfuck. Like, and they would just dirty their chips and shit.
Yeah.
Like, just dirty their amps. And it would just fuck up the sound. And it'd be like...
Give it that grit and
Yeah. And it's like... it's crazy how
Oh, well,
that's
there's
like
definite-
tangibly...
just pushing that whatever it is,
Yeah.
pushing it to 11 and then
You know the
Perfect.
song by Smashing Pumpkins, Ava Adore? It's
I
off-
mean, if you sung the hook, I
yeah, I
would.
know the name and I know the song, but
It's off their... It's when they sort of started to fall off. It was
Mm.
their follow-up to their big album with like Zero and Blue
Yeah.
Butterfly Wings. It was a follow-up to that. And it wasn't as well received. But the lead single off of that has this thing, it goes... dun-dun, 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 and it's got this real grimy guitar riff on it. And the way they got that tone is by getting just like a shit little practice amp and then just cutting the speaker.
Oh, yeah.
And they
Ah.
just
So
like
it slaps.
they just slashed it,
That's
and it
cool,
does just
yeah.
fuck. It's got this real like, you know, just breaking up heaps.
Right,
like,
yeah.
that's cool.
yeah.
Didn't Blink have something like that on the self-titled one, that there was for one, like there was like this clean guitar tone, but it sounded all weird because like the tube in the amp was dying, and they just like recorded it while they
left
could
it,
before it
yeah.
actually died, and just gave it this really cool sound.
Right.
that's fucking
Yeah,
cool.
I've certainly heard of that happening before. Like tubes, the only time I will always say that is the only time tubes actually affect your tone is when they are dying.
Yeah.
Because people always go on about this brand of tube versus this brand of tube. Doesn't make a difference. Honestly, does not make a difference when they're working properly. When they're dying, it can actually give a
Do
pretty
some weird
cool
stuff, yeah.
sound. Especially when the more you push it and the more it breaks up and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's sort of like filming at dawn or whatever, where you've really
Yeah.
got to.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm not, because I'm a very big Blink historian.
golden
Yeah.
So
hour.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if that was Blink or not, but
Yeah,
I've
okay.
definitely heard studio stories similar
Yeah.
to that, where it's like, yeah, you get a dying tube. Something about that sounds familiar.
And I love because like this tone that can never be replicated because
Nah.
no tube will ever
Yeah,
die in exactly
totally.
the same
They
way
can't even
again.
replicate
Yeah,
That's it. Like,
totally.
that's it. It's done.
Totally, absolutely.
That's the best.
Yeah. Anyway, let's crank through a few more. We've only got like a couple of
Yeah.
tracks left. Oh, we got some big ones. We got some Black Reno and some Totally Unicorn. So we'll
Ooh,
play
fuck
these
yeah.
back to back.
See if we get copyright.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. We get this.
Totally Unicorn. I reckon these Black Arena have blown up. That's for sure.
We've
but-
played Totally Unicorn a couple times and we've
Yeah.
been fine. But
Yeah, I fully forgot they had a new fucking thing out.
Unicorn do.
Yeah.
Oh fuck
It's
it.
like that's what it's called.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I forgot to play it. It came out a couple months ago.
Yeah, that's right. I remember that.
all right, guys. Anyone who's still with us, we've gone over our hour by
Yeah, well,
a considerable
yeah, we've done
amount.
Let's
but-
just go to 2.
we're getting
Yeah.
2 a.m. Let's go to 2 a.m. We'll just play lo-fi hip hop.
Yeah.
No fire.
We'll just sit here. I'll just study.
We'll talk conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
I'll just sit here and
Yeah, let's
study and just put a camera and I'll be the.
Oh, yeah, you get a little
yeah,
cat
flipping
sitting
the
on your
book,
lap
fucking
and-
whatever. Okay,
Get some moonlight coming through.
let's fucking live on a loop. Okay, Black Reno with Battle Ready. Let's check it out. Here's the video. It'll come up in a second.
One large ice sugar-free vanilla soy latte for Ryan.
Where's my screen capture?
Thanks, mate. Something the rest of the day, mate.
I'm looking for paddle, something like that.
Yeah, sounds good, dude. Enjoy.
Thanks, man.
Cheers.
Why are you following me? What's the go? What's the go? Why are you following me? What's the go?
It's okay. Are you Ryan?
Yeah.
Ryan Roberto Miller?
Yeah.
Well, you drove your library car, man. I was trying to get it back to you. You kept running.
Oh, thanks, man. That was really kind of you.
That's all right.
Cheers, bro.
Have a good day.
Hey, see you, man.
That was great.
That's a good gag.
that was
good.
very funny.
Good
That was a
gag.
good end. All right. So speaking of a good end, I think we've made it to the end. If we're still on, if we're still fucking going out live to the
No copyright around these parts.
world, no copyright around these
When's your
parts.
next show? You've just done your 9 Inch Nails.
We should have
show.
done this out
Damn.
of. We should do this show out of Russia. There's no copyright.
No, we'd have to tone down our criticism of the government though.
Not
Or- or-
Australia.
yeah, actually, that's a good point.
Today.
We could
You
probably
talk
criticise
about
them.
Australia all you want.
Putin be like, yeah, these guys are a bigger platform.
The Australian government.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
I I like these guys.
Oh, we
I
should
love
put
awesome
morning
restaurants.
news. This
I
guy.
thought it was like, I don't know, I was on this weird fucking thought pattern the other day. I was like, Monsters in Moscow.
Monsters in Moscow.
Gremlin at the Kremlin.
Ooh.
And I was like, they're both albums by people already.
Oh, that's-
AC/DC have an album called Monsters in Moscow.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
When
right.
they play live in Moscow.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
And then there's some other band that has a fucking song or an album called Gremlin at the Kremlin. And
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know. I wanted to make a whole themed song about, I don't know.
Yeah, you could. There is an
I thought it'd
avenue
just be a
for
heaps good, like,
Russia-centric.
you know,
Taint heated-
Chernobyl radiation, all of that sort
Yeah.
of stuff. It would have been a good
There's a
vibe.
lot to work
I don't
with.
know.
Taint heated turd at St. Petersburg.
The video clip for that writes itself.
Yeah, that's just two girls, one
It's
cup.
hard to. It's hard
Just with Russian like subtitles.
It's hanging out in some big square in front of St. Petersburg.
Okay, it's hard for me to draw lyrical inspiration from places in Australia because
Right.
all the places with the coolest names are named after Aboriginal words. So for me, it seems disingenuous.
Oh, but they're the best phonetically to sing.
Definitely.
Like fuck, put Woolloomooloo
But then
in
the
any
other
song.
places, the other places go totally the opposite way, where they're named after the lamest sounding British places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's, you know what I
You
mean?
just sound like you're
So it's
singing
this
like,
weird-
oh yeah, I'm singing about Liverpool. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
You know what I mean?
Queensland.
Newcastle, Queensland. We were talking about this the other day. If like Australia went into a republic, and like we had a state called Queensland, like would we all just be like, you know, we are Australian or whatever? Like, should we just call it Q-land or just
Yeah.
QLD? And like,
Do we have to rename?
And then I was thinking like, fuck, we got Queensland, we got New South Wales, like, and
Yeah.
then all the
Victoria.
just everything, like, yeah,
It's yeah.
I think the
just stamped.
the
It's,
na-
only, it's only
the
Western
names-
Australia that are like, fuckers.
They got it right, man.
The names of the states in Australia suck. I'm just gonna say, like,
Yeah.
they all suck.
Yeah.
New South Wales.
Yeah. It's just,
Yeah, I mean, and even Tasmania is like fucking old mate Tasman,
Oh yeah,
and
that's
so
right.
it's like it's still just very
Tas-
derivative.
Mania.
Yeah.
Oh, very derivative.
I've got Tasmania.
Oh, I
You
got
think when you
Oh.
say mania,
a manic on that
you know
Taz.
what I mean?
I've never thought of it that
mania.
way.
I worked with
Oh, I live in Wollongong state hysteria.
I was at work the other night, and I'm working. The driver he's at uni. He's Chinese, and he's sort of like in Australia for a couple of years doing uni. And he comes to work the other day, and he's just like, "Oh, I just got back from Tasmania." And I was like, "Oh wow, I've never been to Tasmania." Like, how was it? And he's just like, "It was terrible." He was like, "There was no good food."
It was wet.
He was like, it was really
Cold.
cold. And I was like, well, yeah, if you go at this time of year especially. And he's just
Yeah.
like, yeah, it just wasn't very good.
Man, it's so crazy how
Yeah.
close Tasmania is to Antarctica.
Yeah, it is south.
It is.
Yeah, it's
it
so
is.
far
It
down.
is cold down there.
Yeah.
But really good weed. Yeah.
Oh, really?
He's like,
Apparently, you can just chuck seeds anywhere and it grows because just the humidity.
I
in
thought
the
it'd be the
air.
opposite, but there you go. There you go. Yeah, it's funny because like in certain places, apparently trying to buy weed in Darwin is like not very fun.
Yeah. I
If
can
you're
see
in
that
the
being tough.
desert
Yeah.
and you try to buy weed, it's not.
But the
There's no
top end of
canopy to hide
Darwin's
it.
like
It'd be-
tropic. What'd you say?
Oh, there's no you can't hide it in amongst a canopy of trees and just have
Ooh,
like a
Yeah,
green
that's another
tent.
good
Yeah,
point.
that's
It's got to
true.
stand out like, oh, there are trees here.
yeah. Well, that's a new
They were
development.
put there deliberately.
Oh, look at this big old green net
Yeah.
someone's put up.
I wonder what that is.
Oh well,
Fuck yeah.
I guess we're gonna listen to some Totally Unicorn right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah. And then close the show with some Greshka. That
Mm.
death metal,
True.
gypsy folk.
Yeah.
So is
I don't know,
that
is gypsy a bad term? Is that
gypsy is a
still
bad
genre?
term? You're not meant to say
Ooh.
gypsy anymore.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah.
it defined a genre of music though. It's
Yeah.
hard-
Wait, no,
it's hard
you're allowed to say gypsy. You can't say gypped. Can't say you got gypped.
Well, that's
Ah.
the same thing, you know. Gypsies are travelers from Egypt. Getting gypped is getting
But it's
ripped
gyps-
off by those
Ah.
caravans that are
Yeah.
travelers.
And does
But
it work
it's all
like when
ties
you
in.
when you're referring to a genre of music? Is that
It's tough.
differentiate? Yeah, like has it become its
Yeah.
own noun? That is
Like
tough.
yeah, I don't know how else to describe it because it's that.
Yeah, how
it's
else
just
would-
been called gypsy swing for a very long time.
yeah,
Gypsies.
like
If anyone's got any suggestions, let
yeah.
me
What
know.
is? Yeah, let us know.
But
Australian Federal Police, what do you reckon?
yeah, what do you guys think? They'd be like, I don't give a fuck, mate. They're fucking different. I'll fucking call them whatever I want.
Well, right now we're
Where's
gonna
show me your pockets.
What are you gonna fucking do about it?
What's in your socks? Totally. You're listening to Shitcast FM.
lost connection, spell checks on the wall. Adam, at the moonlight. You want some change from 15 bucks? Cause I've got 2 cents about life and stuff. Check out this food. Responsibly. Shit of my life. It's a fucking lavatory. I'm not racist, but your political smarts scroll to the grave, at least I'm safe. Birds in the USBs where your mum swipes away. You think that you should like it? Illiterate word processor. You think that you should like it? Illiterate word processor. You think that you should like it? You think that you should like it? Fucking try it. Let's look down our thing on the internet. Reading down domino. It's like down thing on the internet. Reading down the domino. You think that you should like it? Illiterate word processor. You think that you should like it? Illiterate word processor. Are you talking to me? All I see is notifications on a screen. Illiterate word processor. Are you talking to me? All I see is notifications on a screen. You think that you should like it? You think that you should like it? Like it!
Fuck yeah, totally
Yeah.
unicorn. Let's listen to some Grashka. This is to Pruna Trifford. I literally can't do anything because when it's the fucking video, it's the screen capture thing. That should have started.
Hey, look, this episode is being suggested on that video.
To us in our suggestions as we're going. There we go. To Pruna Trifford. Let's check it out.
guitar.
All right. I think that was it, eh?
That was very cool.
I think that was our show.
A 2-hour double feature show featuring
Double
Troy.
feature.
Fuck yeah. Yeah. So where can the folks see ya?
So I've got a.
We know they can buy the CD.
Yeah, that's the big thing at the moment. I just updated the Bandcamp merch page tonight. So if you find was it cheapcoffins.bandcamp.com, you'll find that little baby in there. I'll
That
ship
little
it out
gem.
to you. Yeah, man. Other than that, I think I got a gig coming up in May. I think it's the next one.
Yes,
Nothing
sweet.
sort of confirmed or locked down yet. So
Yeah.
it's all fluid, all in the works.
Yeah.
These are
It's all just
uncertain
fucking
times.
feast and famine, but hey, like there'll be
Yeah.
nothing for a little bit, and then there'll just be everything.
Yeah, because a whole bunch of people are like, oh yeah, we're putting on a show. We'll let you know once we finalise the details. There's a bunch of those in the mix right now. So as long as they're not the same night, we're laughing.
Yeah, that's usually how it happens.
Yeah.
Oh, well, chuck them over. We'll plug them.
Yeah, we'll do. Thanks, brother.
And I think you'll be coming back at some point pretty soon to.
Yeah, well, I reckon we've got to do something special for the show we recorded.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm still not 100% sure how I want to go about it all.
I think we can just show it on YouTube. Hey,
I'm toying around.
do it.
I'm toying around with the idea of just for the experience of it, to look at, those places where you can actually buy a live stream and it'll go up for a week or two or something that. Just to see what it's like. Just another thing to go. Oh, no.
Some of them are like 24 hours. I know Basil's Kite did one.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
like $5 a ticket.
Yeah.
And the whole stream is it's all live and it's all fucked up, and they can do green screen capabilities and
Oh yeah.
So hit up
Send
Jack
me to that
if you want to know more about kind of the live stream aspect.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah,
Yeah.
sick. But yeah, so once we know all that, we'll figure something out for sure.
Yeah, nice.
Well, if you want us to get copyrighted about speaking poorly of the Australian government, you got to hit that subscribe button and do all the other shit along with it.
Yeah, if you want this fucking shit train to keep rolling,
That's right.
to the next station.
Choof, choof.
You're gonna need a legal team at this rate. So
Just fucking hit the
Here's
bell,
hoping.
smash that like button, fucking subscribe up the wazoo.
If anyone has a
fucking-
good solicitor, just send us an
yeah,
email.
Deals in federal law.
Someone who
Emails
knows
running
about
along the-
copyright law.
Yeah.
Run along the bottom of the screen. Just you know where to find us.
We'll be back. We'll be back. We'll beat it.
We'll be like those dudes in the street that I don't know if we're talking about that with the mics on, but we'll just be like fucking playing people's music to them in the street.
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Listen to this.
this will go on the road if it needs to.
Yeah. Imagine taking this on the road. Fuck.
Hanging out in the park around the corner with the
Yeah.
PA.
Why don't we just do that? We could do this in the streets.
Yeah.
We should do a show on the streets one day.
Solar
Middle of
powered
Wollongong.
shitcast FM.
We wouldn't even need to
Yeah.
solar power it. Get a laptop with a battery in it.
Yeah, and just go until the battery dies.
That's all we
Yeah.
need. And then just plug a phone in, hotspot it.
Yeah.
Got a fucking USB interface, just powers off the USB. We
Yeah.
could do it.
Like Eric
Webcam.
Andre style.
Yeah, let's just go sleep in a park
Yeah.
and play people's music.
Yeah.
We could do it. We could do it.
Mm.
That could be us, but you just playing. Well, on that
yeah.
note, I suppose we'll wrap it up. So,
Yeah.
Oh man, thank you everybody for everyone that stuck around, especially after our cutting out difficulties.
Yeah, it's
Big
I don't
oofs.
even know how long
Yeah,
we
big
were out
oofs.
there, but
Yeah, and thanks for having me on, dudes. Pleasure as always.
Nah, no
cheers for
rockets.
coming.
It's good fun.
If
Been
you've got any plugs out there, come on the show, send them through, we'll talk about it, we'll do the stuffs. Lochy from Dusty Toothbrush Merch, hit me up for all your screen printing needs.
Sam from El Capitano Records. Come make a record. Hit me up. And some CDs.
You've been watching Shitcast FM with our lovely guest, Cheap Coffee.
Woo! Thank you.
Subscribe, do all the stuff, tell a mate, notify the government.